I don't need to get all the credit. I want everybody to have the credit. I want everybody to have the win. Anything that you do that's an investment in yourself is a positive intake, right? Even if it's a terrible job and it's, drives you crazy, if you're learning from it, if you're gaining experience, even if that means I know what not to do, that's a positive. I'm a better number one than two, meaning I prefer to see somebody else take the risk and do it. Like, you jump off the cliff first, Bill. I'll watch you do it.
Uh-huh.
I'll learn how to do it and I'll do it better than you. But the true joy of what I do from a day to day that, really drives me is teaching the rest of the people that have to go third, fourth, fifth, and all down the line, where you're off to the next cliff because that's just how you're wired. I need to go and I
Yeah.
want to do this again. I want to do something bigger, better, different. And that's, sort of what an entrepreneur will think, and mine is I don't want to lose those people. I still want the excitement of doing it, but I want to make sure everybody gets off that cliff. We're getting tackled. Why are we going to tackle each other on the way down the field, right? We're on the same team. And so typically that's a de-escalator that you have from front to bottom, right? Let's don't get stressed out and beat each other up. Let's work together and let's solve the problem together. So I think that role and that, entrepreneur, that, mediary, that secondary, that, person that can take control, but also has the compassion to make sure that everybody else is safe and guided and, has a voice or has a place, along the journey is important. When you go into your interview and they ask you what's your weakness, yeah, it's the answer, right? Your strength is your weakness. And so you
Yeah.
need that test pilot, that person in the middle that can connect both dots, right? That can
Yeah.
not afraid to take the stick and take it up and break it and then bring it down and not just dump it off and say, here, this is broken, but to come in and say, this is broken and here's what I think you can do to fix it, make it better, right? And then
Yeah.
once it's safe, then you go to flight school and you teach the people to fly. Things are generational, and that's an important thing as you go, right? You've got somebody that's going to come into the workforce and they're learn the greatest in new tools and they're eager and they, they haven't had, bad days and been scorned and beaten up and worked, 24 hours straight and there you go. And that's great. That's the beauty of youth. Great empires had the best weapons, but if they stop innovating, and doesn't matter. I could be the best swordsman in, the whole continent. The guy behind me that came out and invented the gun, that ends my era. People matter, right? And people
Yeah.
working
They really
together
do.
can accomplish great things. People not working together can do some really ugly things. And I prefer not to see that happen. There's strength in pushing the train from the back, but it's certainly a lot more um, functional if you can pull the train from the front. My advice is if you're entrepreneurial, stay entrepreneurial. Don't go work for somebody, do it for yourself.